Hey y'all, it's Tim Miller from the Bulwark. Make sure you subscribe to the feed because I'm trying to make you money here. And so if I'm going to make you money, at least you could do is subscribe to us. I'm talking obviously about Polymarket. Polymarket is a political gambling site. I haven't talked a lot about the political gambling sites here because like, a lot of it is kind of silly goose nonsense to me. But A, there's real money at play. And B, you just have to recognize what happened, which was Polymarket was pretty bullish on Trump throughout the fall of the election, more bullish than the polls, even though, our friend Nick Cohn at the New York Times poll was decently close. So I think that's interesting in a couple of ways. One, it shows the prediction markets that there was maybe a coincidence, but at least that there was some logic to them. And two, that they might be kind of Trumpy, right? Like there might be, it seems to me like there's a greater number of people from the right who are playing the markets, which might skew the markets in certain ways and might give us certain insights. So I say all that to say that what we've seen in the poly market for the cabinet picks has surprised me a lot. And the short of it is this. The prediction markets, as of Sunday night here, think that another one of Donald Trump's nominees won't get through, Tulsi Gabbard, and that two others are very tenuous. And that goes kind of against what I had assumed, but I'd been more bullish on Matt Gaetz than than a lot of people in the conventional wisdom and that the markets were. So let's go look at these together. Because I think it gives us a sense, A, for the possibility that another Trump nominee goes down, which would just be disastrous. And B, might give you a little opportunity to get on the action yourself. I can give you a little tip on what I think's coming. But really quick, let's look at the Gaetz chart here. The Gaetz chart had never really thought he was going to get confirmed. It looks like the highest it ever was 45 cents there around November 13th. It goes down, got down as low as 20 cents November 16th, and it was sitting at 31 cents, 31% likely that he would get confirmed the day that he dropped out, where you can see the chart drops to zero. So the market was pretty spot on Gaetz. The no side was a pretty clear favorite throughout the entire process, and it ended up being no. So let's now go look up at these other nominees. So if you just look at the Gabbard graph here, her number has been going down quite a bit. It was up much higher than Gaetz's 82 cents, not too long ago, and it has just tanked in the last day, down to 46 cents there, possibly as a result of some of these more, like what I call the secret normies, the quiet senators, the people you've never heard of, Mike Rounds, South Dakota, Jim Risch, Idaho, have been giving some negative sounding quotes about Gabbard. So maybe that's what's driving this number going down here to about 48 cents. Obviously, this is a dynamic market. By the time you see this, might have changed a little bit. But at that level, I think that's a pretty good bet to be on the yes side of Tulsi. But I'm kind of encouraged that Polymarket is so discouraged, to put it that way, to think that right now she is in line to not get confirmed, and that there are two others that are super tenuous. Let's look at Pete Hegseth. Hegseth is right now at 61% chance. So you could buy no on just 40 cents there. And his number, he was super high. He was up at 89 cents initially, and got down. It looks like he was as low as 47 cents and has started to creep back up. To me, I think that Hegseth and Gabbard, they're different trajectories, right? Because with Tulsi, you're making the bet that some of these more traditional national security Republicans vote her down. With Hegseth, you're kind of making a bet that his personal foibles are what take him down. So I actually think it's probably right that Tulsi looks worse at this moment. Then you have RFK Jr., which I think is an intriguing one as well. We've talked on the podcast about how Mitch McConnell, who knows where he'll end up being, but is not in line with the anti-vax views of RFK Jr. at all. I could see McConnell being against either Gabbard or RFK, potentially.
Like I've been saying for months, these safe and effective vaccines are the way to defend ourselves and our families from this terrible virus. They're also how we stay on offense against COVID as a country. All Americans should speak with their doctors and get vaccinated.
Or potentially not, but I think he's a wild card. Then you've got Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski out there on any of these. If you look at the RFK chart, his number is going down as well, similarly to Tulsi's. It's gone from a high of about 80 there, down to it's near its low right now. It looks like 63 was the low, 64 percent likelihood is where he is at right now. So some signs of trouble in the markets for the Trump nominees, I guess is the long story short here. And you have a market here where there's a lot of players that are paying attention to the inside game, paying attention to the gossip. I think there's a lot of dumb money here, which is why I've always been hesitant to pay attention to the prediction markets. A lot of people don't know anything besides what you could see on Twitter are making these bets. But if you just consider that there's some smart money here and there is a lot of, a disproportionate people coming from kind of the MAGA crypto world, those are pretty bad numbers. Given that you'd think that it would be a little bit more friendly to Trump nominees in these markets on Polymarket in a space, given their customer base, their more MAGA-ish customer base. So much more a lot of volume on those three picks. It'll be something we watch as the week goes on. I don't really expect big news on any of these categories through the week. So if you're intrigued, and want to dabble in a little bit of Polymarket, this might be the week to kind of monitor and see where the markets are moving. And just thought I wanted to kind of share that because it caught me off guard to see the fact that right now the markets expect looks like one more cabinet nominee to drop. So we'll be watching it closely. Subscribe to the feed, tell your friends. I'll be back with Bill Kristol coming up here soon. We'll see you guys then. Peace. Hey, if you like this video and our content, I'd love for you to become a Bulwark Plus subscriber. You get access to bonus podcasts, secret podcasts, and newsletters we put out every day, plus some behind-the-scenes takes that I don't always post on this feed. In addition, you can become part of the Bulwark community. Come over to our Substack and comment and meet other like-minded people. We'd love to have you. Starting today, you can get a free trial at thebulwark.com/free trial. The link is right here on the screen and below in the description. We'd love to have you as part of our community. Come on and give it a free try today.